somebody could throw, somebody can get caught, somebody can make a huge play.
I mean, it is actually a game of catch, isn't it? It's just throws and catches,
Big
over
plays,
and over again.
big
and
moments,
it's beautiful.
Atlas, big moments.
I mean, that's what it all comes down to.
So when we were talking about this, and we're getting deep into Jungle Pool now, is it time for a Nocturne game?
Oh,
The Sin ban already coming out versus Owner.
I mean, these jungle pools are really getting thinned out.
And Pantheon, so Pantheon got his jungle clear gutted and then repatched in. So they like
still feeling strong though. I feel like Pantheon is something that T1 may have missed out on here in this ban phase. I think Wei is also like, if you have a look on the Chinese broadcast, they had Wei as the MVP of Game 2. The guy was absolutely fantastic. I think that the Vi performance outside of getting caught around the Baron was great. I mean, ultimately, not as good towards the end, but...
except for that one where we lost the game.
And you were talking about it. There it is. There's the Nocturne to be locked in here for Owner.
Okay, so we do. Oh, so how many cool Nocturne comps can you come up with? Because Nocturne is just so fun with all these darkness comps.
Well, Ariana is missing, so we're not going to get that one.
Right, and so maybe like Kennen, you know, you get these flanking Kennen. Nico's already been banned out from Fearless, so you can't do the Nico either. But like, I just love the types of comps that Nocturne encourages.
My favorite one is like the peekaboo composition, where you just pick Nocturne and TF.
Okay,
it's like turn out the lights and peekaboo.
I was gonna say I love Nocturne and Fiddlesticks.
Oh, that's
because you can turn out the lights and then you get Fiddlesticks fears,
and then you get double jungle as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can do that as well.
As Gumiushi is going to lock in the Ashe. This is what we were talking about all morning. We were like, is someone going to play it? And you were pretty excited about the Ashe buff.
I swear Ashe right now with these scaling AD buffs is really insane.
Wait, I mean, Carrier could also be playing it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they are definitely the team that definitely pilot double range, aggressive bottom lane as well.
This is the T1 Kryptonite. The Ziggs has been locked in. They've been better at dealing with it, but this is still a dangerous thing, something that has tested T1 in the past, and Gala will now be piloting the crazy Pyromaniac towards the bottom side of the map. Nautilus alongside him as well, so showing their hand as far as that bottom lane is concerned.
And we've had so many lane swaps as well that even if you picked like a really strong duo lane, I feel like it would just get lane swapped out of. So I do like this.
Could theoretically still play the Ziggs in mid lane as well. Something that does remain flexible. Speaking of remaining flexible, I think picking an AD here would be a mistake if you do intend to put Carrier on the Ashe. I'd expect to see something else. Maybe a top laner that they can then protect in the ban phase themselves. And that is the line of thought that they're going for, is the Ornn will be locked away for most likely Doran. We've got two champions now that Carrier could theoretically play.
True. I mean, if we play the game of like, hey, Carrier could play this.
Yeah, honestly, you just have 5 champions and then try and figure out the most likely one.
Dangerous game to play. But with Nocturne, these aren't the typical of like, ooh, you know, you like get a flanker or something with Nocturne. But long range engage of Ashe arrows and Ornn ults are also super annoying when the lights are out.
Yeah.
So you have these super long range pick potential on T1. Ashe arrows, Ornn ultimates, Nocturne.
And we were also talking about the fact that the engage options in the last game were relatively limited, especially around flashes. They're not limited anymore.
No, everybody's got
everyone is engaged. Even Owner is just a missile, so he is also engaged.
And similar for IG here, you know, with point and click with Nautilus, I love like Ziggs combo kill, comps where point and click with Nautilus, point and click with Pantheon as well to lock people in place, get big Ziggs combinations. So you could go kill combos, you know, hook somebody in, room in place, knock them back, satchel charge. Big bombs, and both of them have a little bit of global too. Ziggs ultimate semi-global, really good with dealing with side waves and going to manage your macro a little bit easier. And Pantheon ultimate, but let's catch up on here.
We have a couple of top laners
Ornn
banned away. This is what we were expecting, protecting Doran's pick with the Gwen and the Yorick taken off the board. The Shy is not a player that I have had concerns about champion pool with ever. So I expect he's able to find something, and the Aatrox is the thing that's scaring me the most. Is Seraphine and Rel going to be taken away from Carrier? And now Gumiushi going to see what he's going to lock in. I'd expect Okay, never mind. The Maokai consideration.
He's playing the carrier game that we were playing. Oh,
yeah.
well, all of these champions.
Rolling the dice through the support pool at the moment. But we'll see what does actually get locked in. The Sona would worry me.
Yeah, because T1 that played Sona Tarek versus IG at MSI 2019 resulted in the 16-minute, 1 second loss. Like Jackie Love Draven didn't do it and just blasted.
And just to remind everyone, this is what I was talking about before when it comes to the Ziggs. T1 currently 0-5 versus the champion in split 3 of the LCK. They've struggled to deal with it as it is going to be the Lulu locked in. So anyone can kind of be a tank. And you were talking about Nocturne combos. This is a fun one as well. The Wild Growth on top of the Paranoia coming in means that Owner is not only going to be tankier, but he becomes a large source of CC. You're exactly right. It's like Malphite with extra steps.
Yeah.
What if Faker then locked in Malphite himself? Double Malphite?
Holy.
That's too much Malphite, maybe. And especially into Sylas, because that's illegal. Mako thinking about taking away the Varus here as well, as we've got archery on the bottom side of the map. Rookie playing Sylas to keep his world's dreams alive here in game number 4. And the answer is going to be a potential peekaboo composition as a last pick TF. A consideration right now for Faker.
So is it a top lane? God. Is it a top lane Varus into the Ornn, or is it a mid lane Ziggs Sylas go to the top lane?
I think it's top. It's got to be top lane Sylas.
I mean,
I feel like that's.
I've seen Merwin before.
That's the shy move, as Faker will lock in his famous LeBlanc. And ladies and gentlemen, the man on the other side of the rift is the man to give him his very first loss on the champion. Mako was there in 2015. As you can see, Faker here looking a little flustered, but looking ready to put an end to this series as well, as these comps are fun, Kogu.
Oh, baby. These certainly are fun. So much kill potential. And LeBlanc getting buffed on this patch, we were like, how long are we going to have to wait to see the LeBlanc? Well, we don't have to wait long at all. We get Faker's LeBlanc. And it looks like the Shy is going to hold on to the Varus. And we do get... Okay, so now, are we going to get lane swaps now out of this situation? Because this is going to be a real roll of the dice.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I would assume it's more likely that they are going to get that, as you were saying where the champions were going, Kobe, and I was wrong. I was wrong. It's been a while since we've had the Varus top lane, but it looks like that's where the Shy is going to be going. So making sure they keep things confusing up until the very end. That was a triple flex until the very last second.
Okay. Merwin has a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Okay? It's powerful. I think it is fitting that my League of Legends client at least just spammed a bunch of critical errors and crash right now. It's like, what is going on?
I cannot compute this.
My client just, force closed. Okay.
It's all right. Our observers, they do not get spooked by things like that. As we are onto the rift here for what could be the final game in the series, unless IG can make top lane Varus and the Ziggs work. And odds are, Ziggs into T1 is a pretty good way to deliver us some silver scrapes, but it has to happen now. See whether they can deny T1, as the Gyos are going to echo through the stadium.
So, first Varus top lane in international history.
Oh, there we go.
I would also like to point out that although Faker's LeBlanc did suffer that loss to Mako at MSI 2015, it is still an 80% win rate.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
50 wins over his career on it, only 12 losses, and did just get distortion damage buffs.
Yep.
Distortion and the Mimic distortion also benefited.
And even though it wasn't on the same patch, we did recently have ASI, and LeBlanc was pretty popular in that tournament as well. So a bit of a taste there, as we can see the fancy angle here as the archery is happening in this top lane. Shout out to Robin Hood.
Yeah. So does it count as a lane swap if they're both still just playing 80 carries, you know?
This is just like Season 1 mid lane, as Mako not going to quite find the anchor.
Dude, this actually is going to super duper cement my Unk status. But I want to go back even before Season 1.
Oh, God.
I played with COG in WCG in 2010, the first international
Was that the one where
tournament.
the internet
We
didn't
had
work?
Big Fat GG,
Yeah.
and we played Ash mid, and we played Ash top. But honestly, more fun stuff here is going to be like Rookie Silas versus Faker LeBlanc in mid lane. Some stutter steps going on as well. And this is going to be the supports opening up their roams. So remember, the 4-minute timer is your timer for top lane. So the supports are out here really early. As long as they don't go top, though, to trigger the 4-minute timer. Like, they didn't change the mid lane one.
Yeah.
Just the top lane one. So mid lane's fair game, Atlas.
Yep, it's all just
Here we
fine.
go.
Right now we're seeing, yeah, it's just
Yippee!
2v2 in mid. This is normal. Rookie down to about 50%, but that's going to be the way of the Silas in this lane. As what is happening? Is it like Gumayushi like teaching the Shy 80 carry, or is it the Shy teaching Gumayushi top lane? I'm not entirely sure, and I am hazard to guess that it's more the Shy that's able to know what's up, because this guy also
That's his domain, the top lane, huh?
Yeah, he also pioneered the Callista in the top lane. He is not much of a stranger.
Only the Shy knows what the Shy is doing.
I mean, that has not been proven more true today than any other day.
Honestly.
Right, Rookie taking so much damage here as there's the snare, the flash forward, but it's all a bait! Faker, can he actually still get the kill as he does get the passive proc? And that's going to help keep him safe, but Mako still wants to take him down. This Nautilus is so scary, and he flashes to try and lock him down. The distortion, not enough, and first blood to Mako! Now Owner is making his way in as Carrier's looking to try and punish this Big Daddy as he makes his way out, gets himself another round of shielding. Oh my goodness, Mako, you monster!
On the 10-year anniversary, went from EDG to actually defeat it. Wait a second, he's right back, more action.
Yep, more chains connecting. I mean, there are chains all over the place. There was even a chain on the end of that anchor as well, as now Rookie's gonna get pushed out of this lane. Carrier comes on over to say no more funny business, but I don't think that's gonna deter anyone. Today has been all about funny business, Kobe.
Mako literally himself
yeah.
ends up getting the kill onto Faker's LeBlanc this time around. Absolute insanity going on.
Let's have a look at it one more time here, as this looked like Rookie was dead.
Yeah, it looked like a kill angle to Faker as well. I mean, honestly, to me too, so let's take a look at this. He hit the Q as Rookie was coming in and hit the chain. That was nice as he was going back to the minions. Stays in range to fully tether it. And get the lock.
And Kingslayer both layered on top of each other to make sure that Rookie survives.
Mako keeps Rookie alive, and then Mako finishes the job. Walk him down.
Oh man, look at this. Holds the flash for such a long time as well, and Carrier even tried to make it as impossible as he could to click on Faker, as Danny is losing his mind, as we can see.
He's having fun! Everyone's having fun watching this series. This series is crazy.
Well, distortion over the wall here from Faker. Can snap back if he would like to. But Owner also lying in wait. Satchel charge going to come on through here, but Gumayushi not too worried about the minefield that has been put down. Throws out the Q. The bouncing bomb going to be ignored here as the Ashe in a pretty good spot at this point of the game. As Doran, yeah, this is not going to be fun, I don't think, for the Ornn in this lane. As great sidestep there from Carrier. Mako not quite picking the direction he would juke. As Wei looking to keep things interesting as well. He's on top of a ward, so it is going to be T1 just playing defensively and will be okay. Faker dashes forward, and Rookie is looking a little worse for wear. But after what happened in the early stages, I don't think they're going to overcommit for that.
I gotta be honest, Alice. I totally thought the supports were at some point going to leave mid lane, and the lane swap was only going to be early stuff. But man, everyone camping around that mid lane, supports and jungles. At least our bottom laners have finally met back up.
X-Splash. She does move far enough away to keep himself fully safe. And everything is going to sort of relax itself, right? We've got a 500 gold lead approximately here for IG, who have benefited from this early game. That first blood going over to Mako is basically the gold lead.
Yeah. Mid lane, of course, Faker, it has resulted in a good CS lead for Faker with the constant pressure and making it hard for Rookie to CS. And now neither of them with flashes does make me think Jungler's Paradise. We've got level 6 Nocturne, And Wei is a bit behind, so it's going to take a bit more for Pantheon to get level 6 and get that global threat as well. But we are about to enter the jungle paradise of level 6s, just fire off those ultimates, go grab your kills. We have no flashes on the mid laners or the supports, which are also technically mid laners in this game. I guess they've spent enough time
also
there
mid laners
to be labeled as the support mid laners.
This is also the first game that we don't have Spellbook for Keria, so he's not going to be able to teleport his way around the map. Mako is going to be so lucky. We'll see whether Keria can get the value out of the area that he's looking for, despite not being able to have that added utility. Kimushi back up towards the top side now, once again leaning into Gala as Rookie taking down lower and lower. This is something we used to see all the time, the stolen Mimic Distortion from the Sylas. Although that's showing my age. I think that was the first time Sylas.
I think that's what we were supposed to do today. I think that's what today is about.
Yeah, we were just, it was broadcast, right?
Today.
So we're allowed.
Today is History Day.
Well, there is that distortion being utilized. It's a fair bit of damage, but now everyone is being called in and they slam Rookie into the ground. Some grubs should come on through for T1 afterwards as well, but man, Blinken, you missed it. As Rookie is just dead.
That's everyone who has an ult used their ult on Rookie. Keria didn't because he's only level 4, but everybody
He pressed R though, Kobe. You best believe he pressed R.
He pressed R for sure. He's with you.
Oh my goodness. All right. But it will still be IG utilizing the fact that they didn't press as many R buttons to take 2 of these grubs. One of them did go over to T1 as a result of that last play. But it's not enough to get the gold lead completely back in the hands of T1. Instead, things are just basically equalized.
The Avengers assembled around mid lane to take down Rookie to even it up 1-1.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the Thunderbirds that were going to be the second round of Avengers, but no. Apparently, it's just T1.
Yep. Well, let's take a look at the aftermath. So you do get the credit towards your objective as far as getting the double grubs. Another lock in here. Faker continues to apply some pressure, going for the trades, but you don't get the Void Mite spawns, the little void voidlings or whatever.
Yep.
For your split pushing or your tower taking later. So it's a little bit reduced, but I think T1 feel pretty good about their situation, getting the kill here onto Faker. He did also invest in the early heal cutting here against Rookie in this lane where, you know, so many uses of the Kingmaker as well as Mako's heal, I guess, since Mako's that was very effective heal early on in that early trade.
I also feel like there might be a Sundered Sky coming in, and that may be even the bigger issue. As here's the kitchen sink falling from the sky.
Ash Arrow, Ornn Ultimate, they all collide at the same time. Honestly, kind of impressive that Faker still was able to get the last hit of the kill with everything just
it's pretty impressive.
At the same
I mean, that was damage soup that just landed on him, and was enough to deal with Rookie. That's one of those times where you're like, you just start pinging all of the R buttons that just hit you.
I want to do an investigation and see, like, what was the actual time difference between each R button press, as Doran's got some visitors.
Well, he is also going to call in his friends, but it's going to be too late, and now Ona might be in an awkward position, still able to get the kill on a Mako, who unfortunately had turret aggro in that play. So a 1-for-1 will be the result, but the Shy able to push this wave in, and also possibly put some pressure on this turret, utilizing the Ziggs. Is Ona going to move on over? And only throws out a Duskbringer. So that's all she wrote for T1's defense, and that should be first turret going over to IG.
That was really nice answer from Owner. You know, lays down the Q right before he arrives with his ultimate, and with the tower damage there, does get the counter kill. So ends up being a 1-for-1 on their dive on Doran. Doran, though, of course, is suffering significantly with the Shy here having his Varus top, pretty good CS numbers for himself, but he teleports right back out. Gala down here to the bottom side, so I think they do want to fight it. They're not going to give it to T1 for free.
Yep, Faker looking for a flank, but he is spotted on vision. Rookie with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow already prepped.
Doran can't come though. This is 4v5 guaranteed.
Yep, Wei couldn't get on in there as the flash is going to be employed. Depth charge comes down, but he creates so much distance, and all the buttons go entirely wide. They were thrown after Faker. He lands the chains, and IG just kind of left confused with no T1 to fight. Unless
they found some.
Yeah, they do find
just chase them a little more.
Not T1s to fight though. Gala is hitting a turret, and maybe T1 are going to be tempted to try and defend this. Right now, 3 versus 3. You've got Rookie moving towards the top side, and T1 are going to be able to at least deny some of the extra plates that have come on in.
Okay, so Gala getting some more turret damage there, some more advantage, turret plate money for IG. And having opened up the map on the top side as well after their dive situation, does make you a little bit more worried. You know, we mentioned with the Pantheon ult and the Ziggs ultimate, you have a decent amount of global on that side too. It's not just that they have to play into Nocturne ultimate, but they've got some pretty good uses themselves.
There's also Blade of the Ruin King completed here from the Shy already. And oftentimes in Ziggs compositions, we often talk about, oh, but they won't have the same level of consistent damage. They won't have the same ability to take neutrals, things like this. When you've got like an on-hit Varus on your team anyway, I mean, it's just a mage and an AD carry, right? It's just a regular composition. And so they're not going to run into any of those issues in this particular game. Unless the Shy does something crazy, because this is not like he's playing a Scion.
What? The Shy never does crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, surely we can rely on that. It's going to be absolutely fine. Hawkshot going to give some vision over to T1. As Gala takes some damage from the volley. Double flashes employed. Mega Inferno Bomb goes down. There's a Grand Starfall, but the instant Wild Growth is fantastic. Paranoia comes in, but still Owner is taking so much damage. The flash from Rookie is able to shut him down, and now the Shy looking for Doran. He's tanking up the turret, and he's happy to do so as IG. They slam T1 on multiple fronts.
IG are popping off. They want to send us to Silver Scrapes. They want to send us to a 5th game, Atlas.
They may just do it if they keep playing like this, as IG now looking to take more plates. It is sub 14 minutes for another 8 seconds. And so they might be able to get another one here. As now Rookie in trouble. Gumayusi trying to lay down the hurt, but instead distracted by a ward and will be able to take that one out of there. T1 by no means out of this one, but the signs of life from IG going to be putting some worry into the T1 fans.
I love staying in attack mode there for IG. There's no hesitation.
They have another mode?
Yeah, they immediately throw these semi-global ults that we're kind of trying to hype up. You know, they get the double flashes out of the T1 bottom lane as Faker wants the rest of this turret, but Wei is...
tiny little bit of damage.
Get back in there.
He just needs to...
What is that thing? Click on that thing? What is that? Yeah, okay, there we go.
Nailed. So it does take a turret shot, but that is fine. We'll be able to claim that global gold. That's going to close the gap just a little bit.
I do, but again, yeah, I love how they just attack the, you know, the Ashe and the Lulu here. No flashes now on either of them. Really, really big stuff. Mako forces them initially, then they have the follow-up. They got the Ziggs ultimate, the Pantheon ultimate, and Rookie flanking through. So even though Owner tried to cover with darkness, they just full send. Flash under tower, and then the Shy takes care of Doran himself.
Doran also threw the wrong direction.
Yeah, Doran was like, let me out of here. I got to get this way.
Yeah, he's like, save yourself, Ram friend.
I'm getting out of here.
All right, we're fighting again as now Carrier in a bit of trouble. Does have to put his Wild Growth on cooldown as the darkness is going to come in, but Carrier already dead. Owner able to put himself in a great position, though, as the Pantheon will be the answering kill, but Rookie on the top side of the map means that Gumayusi cannot play the game. He's taken out, but it's a 1-for-1, and now it's T1 trying to fight back. This time, the Ram is going to connect as the Ziggs satchels himself out and burns to death. As Owner's red buff gets it done. Now Mako not going to be able to do anything. The anchor is cute, but I think that Faker will be able to finish this one off, and T1, they're going to be able to fight back.
Atlas, this is peak League of Legends right here,
sure
baby.
It's not ping pong, Kobe. It's just battle. Like one team wins and the next person wins right back.
Okay, so immediately right onto Carrier and Guma, and they couldn't even decide, and they're like, okay, fine, we get the Carrier, but then Nocturne, Darkness does so much work here. Because they don't actually have vision, they're able to get the shutdown. T1 kites backwards. We're back to action, baby!
Yep, Carrier just out of the death chamber and might just be put back in it here as the Glitterland's not quite enough, and Wei will be able to put him down. Faker looking for a bit of a recall here, but Rookie might be able to find him. Faker able to distort his way out and will be able to keep himself safe, but still, Rookie denying the back angle, and it's more turrets going down for the Ziggs. Man, I'm looking over here, I can see Orcs.
Oh, they're going for the Shy!
Left as they are looking for the Shy. Can they find the Fear? And they will be able to do so. This time, the Shy doesn't have a lot of that funny business available. He's doing a lot of damage, and now the Cavalry is going to come in as he bought enough time to allow IG to capitalize on this one. As Paranoia just to buy the space, and we'll see whether it works. He looks to turn it, they take down Gala, and Owner is still alive! He survives through it all! And Wei is going to fall at the same time. The knock up on Mako, he's dead, and T1! Oh my god, Owner, you are an absolute gem!
Holy! Owner does not run away, Atlas! He turns around, he goes right back in. He lives in addition to getting all the kills. That is insanity from T1.
My goodness. And now the Dragon going to be secured here. That is going to be the second going over to T1. Our Soul going to be a mountain yet again. And let's have a look at this one more time because, man, the Shy going down, that was understandable, but he did buy a lot of time, and it looked pretty decent, honestly, for IG.
Yeah, and Owner flashed to start this play. So we start the play seeing his flash. So he's not going to have flash for later for escaping. So IG, they're like, all right, we're coming down the river. We'll go for Durant first, then the darkness. And I was like, oh, maybe he'll run away with it. But no, he goes right back in on the stun timer. He has the spell shield. He gets the extra healing. He stays alive with the passive healing, with the Conqueror stacking.
The Umbral Blades. Just getting all of that health back. But man, Owner, zero fear in that moment. I think he thought that he was going to die. He's like, well, let's send it. Saw the arrow come in and just launched himself like a missile into IG.
Yeah,
and
who's
even
collapsing on
surviving
who?
at the end is absurd. Because, like, you just get the Paranoia damage down, your job is done. Great play. The fact that he lived is just absurd. As the Shy has killed a lot of minions, as we're seeing here. The Rift Herald is going to be employed in the mid lane. And now Paranoia comes down yet again. The Shy in trouble once more as the Ram, looking for the knock-up, will be able to find it. The arrow from downtown connects from Gumayusi, and Faker is now able to close in as well. The Grand Skyfall comes in, the Mega Inferno Bomb, not quite enough as Owner just barely limping away. And now the fight is going to continue. Mako trying to throw out the CC. The Satchel's good as Gala's bouncing bombs aren't quite connecting. T1 still not able to quite find the fight, and now the re-engage from Mako as Faker is going to get executed, but Gumayushi's the problem. He flashes to create the space, and Gala, they've been ignoring him this whole time. Finally, they're going to move over as he runs out of mana, takes down Carrier, but he will die as a result. And Doran and Gumayusi walk away victorious.
And T1 keep up the pace. They keep the pressure high, continuing to force another and another fight. They see the Shy, they go kill the Shy. Immediate Nocturne ultimate from Owner. He's going sicko mode in this game. Doran is able to hit the ultimate on him, right into the ultimate from Guma as well, and so he's stunned. Owner snipes him with the Q then afterwards. Then they throw the Ziggs ultimate at Owner. Rookie actually steals the Ornn ultimate and isn't able to reactivate it there in the brush, and so they don't finish off Owner. He goes to live. The rest of T1 could push them off. Guma's doing so much work here with the Ashe, pelting them from the side, so even when Faker goes down there, Guna puts out so much damage, or Gumayusi puts out so much damage and keeps them slowed with the Ashe.
And Rookie just couldn't make his way back in again, so Gala kind of left out to dry. Now the Otacon has been started by IG. This has been a point of contention for this team. We'll see whether they can make it work this time around here in Game 4. Man, this is feeling like they're throwing the gauntlet as now the Paranoia comes down. Doran finds a huge knock-up, and the AoE is massive. The wild growth absurd by T1, and their team fighting is just too good, ladies and gentlemen. Gala keeping himself alive, but there are too many people here. Rookie finds the clone of all things, but the Otacon will stay up. And T1 did lose two in the process. Can Rookie do it? Can he be the hero? But he cannot in this moment. Still, they saved the Otacon. And that may actually be the biggest deal in this moment.
Wait, they've got a teleport from Doran. They can teleport Doran back in. Faker and Keria are flanking them. There's the teleports coming in. It's actually answered here by IG as well.
Oh, Gala gets executed. Faker finds him in the brush. He thought he was safe, and honestly, so did we, because there wasn't the vision as Doran slams his head into the wall, but he is so incredibly tanky. The flash out from Keria to avoid the re-engage as Rookie is doing a fair bit of work. Doran doesn't have damage himself, and now the Shy has made his way in. It's another hook connecting, but Owner is also respawned. Ladies and gentlemen, Doran will be dying in this fight, but yeah, we have Paranoia coming up very, very soon. And the Ash Arrow is 8 seconds away. I do not think it's Otacon time. Please let me breathe.
No way, buddy. Let's keep the action going. T1, they approach, they fire.
As Gamushi's going to find it, and Rookie's going to get punished once again. It's being in a brush that's going to be their downfall, and it's Keria that's able to get the last hit, but Gamushi is kiting like a madman. Another wild growth. And T1, it feels like the same team fight that they won before. Well, they're going to go win it again.
That was all one team fight right there, Atlas. They continue it. The R buttons come back up. They immediately press them. They find the engage. Guma here with the Ash Arrow re-engages, sets it up, and the Otacon this time will be the final prize.
They're going to be able to pick it up here. It's 23 kills to 13.
I like those numbers.
Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. A bloodbath here in our game number 4 between T1 and IG, but IG are circling the drain now, and this is where they need to get it together if we want to see the silver scrapes. And that's also Soul Point on the board as well. Mountain Soul will make this team so tanky. Let's see this one as, he watched Gala walk into the brush.
Yeah. He's like, Ziggs only waddles blind. So quickly.
Yeah. Oh man, beautifully played though. It's exactly what a LeBlanc is built to do.
Okay, so then, here we go. Hawk shot from Guma, sets him up. They throw down the blue trinket. He hits him with the Ash Arrow. We already talked about Owner was ready with the Nocturne ultimate, and even though he goes down this time around, T1 successful re-engage. Picture-in-picture will show that they are getting another objective, but don't let that distract you from the next fight, because we're moments away.
This is the thing. I am not convinced that T1's going to win this game yet. Right now, everything is pointing towards that being the likely outcome. But you best believe I will not be baited into expecting something, as the arrow is going to stop the back from Wei, and now he's trapped. He's not going to be able to escape. He doesn't have the Grand Starfall, and now the jungler is going to be dead at 23 minutes and 50 seconds in the game. The Baron is up in a minute's time, and Wei is not going to be able to get into position to try and get vision down.
Is Guma Hawkeye? Has he missed Ash Arrows ever?
He's channeling prey.
There's so many of them. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a close one to Pantheon channeling the ultimate there in the spot. And the Ash Arrow finds another one. So many of them this game, but T1 now will continue to push afterwards. So they don't see any more champions on screen, so they'll kill some towers.
We'll see whether the champions will come on screen, because then T1 will try to kill them. That is going to be what happens. Right now, Gala does have a massive amount of wave clear. So that Baron that I was talking about before, up in 25 seconds time, that is going to be required if they want to break open this base of IG.
Can we crowdsource, like, what is the highest kills per minute of an international game? Because this has got to be up there,
I mean,
man.
T1 are almost at a kill a minute as the team.
Yeah, just as one of the team. This is his absolute, like, this pace is crazy. I hope that we're setting records here, because it feels like we're at least getting close.
Yep, I hope so. And they're going to have to keep it up, as the Baron is going to spawn, as we were talking about. And IG, they need to try and get into this darkness and make something happen, but the vision control just from the champions of T1 is ridiculous. Hawkshot and Paranoia, not only do they get vision themselves, they take it away from you. It's so unfair. Have absolutely every option, as Faker is also able to get all the way around this map to wherever he needs to be to clear out these pink wards if he would like to.
And that's a dream scenario for LeBlanc. When your team does have that luxury of controlling so much vision, you're a trickster. You're this burst mage that wants to go for distortion combos.
Yeah, you capitalize on information. Exactly. Way better than any other champion. And IG grouping up, getting themselves in there. The flash in from Mako does trigger the flash out from Keria.
All right, IG, can they...
I like the mindset of Mako. He has just gone for every flash angle that he can possibly find.
Especially when he's looking for Guma or Keria, trying to kill those two specifically. Let's see if they can actually do that one more time and actually take down Keria, punish the no flash.
Ooh, good spell shield there from Ona. Gonna deny the hook in as Faker distorts his way back again. The knockup gonna go wide from Doran, who flashes away. Now the Ram is going to show his teeth, but that's a brilliant stasis to come on through. Ona goes in, he survives for so long, way too long. Wild Growth comes in and it's Gumayushi with the damage. Why is this Nocturne still alive? Ona, you absolute monster. The inner turret's gonna go down, and I think this is the end of IG, and T1 putting the end to the LPL has started early this Worlds.
T1 will have every member alive to assault the IG base. Scala trying to defend, but it's no use.
And the Ziggs that was their Achilles heel is finally gonna be taken down as T1 will make it to the Swiss stage to defend their Worlds title.
Well, we certainly ended the series with quite the banger.
Yeah, that was a bang. And to be honest, this whole series was far more than I was expecting.